The search for Nancy Guthrie continues now in its 11th day. Today, the FBI confirmed they're doing an extensive search along multiple roadways in the Catalina foothills area of Tucson.
And we have seen investigators return to both Nancy Guthrie's home and that of her daughter, Annie, taking things from the home. But for a moment late last night, there was a flurry of activity as investigative efforts were focused on the tiny town of Rio Rico, just a mere 20 minutes or so from the border with Mexico, detaining a man in the case who hours later was released.
Fox 10's Steve Nielsen joins us live after speaking with an attorney about the latest step in the investigation.
Yeah, well, that flurry of activity, it began here at the Pima County Sheriff's Department, a monumental night, but just a few hours later, the person was released and talking with reporters. So we broke down what he said to reporters, and then we ran that by an attorney.
Carlos Palazuelos talks to reporters in Rio Rico.
So right now, all I know is that they show my in-law a picture of somebody wearing a mask or something, and they supposedly look like my eyes.
He's referring to the images the FBI recovered from Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera the morning she disappeared.
At the Miranda car, I was being questioned, but they only asked me for my first name, my last name, my date of birth, and my social.
He was detained the same day the photos and videos were released. Attorney Benjamin Taylor says, know your rights.
Call his attorney, ask to speak to an attorney, to not say anything, to say I am innocent. I like to speak to my attorney. Under the law, I would say do not search my vehicle, do not search me unless you have a warrant or a search warrant to search myself or search my vehicle.
Carlos says he chose to answer questions.
Where are my whereabouts? Okay. Where do I work? Where was I and all that?
And was asked if he had been to Nancy Guthrie's home.
No, might have been a possibility, I don't know.
He says that's because he's a delivery driver, but said he didn't know her. Taylor advises against answering, though, no matter the intentions.
And because a lot of times a person could be totally innocent, but if they're questioned and they're nervous, they might say something to incriminate themselves just for the fact that they were at the scene at the time.
Carlos was released, and the FBI and Sheriff's Department haven't commented about it.
The fact that he was released, law enforcement must believe that he's not the suspect, or they must believe that they need more information to gather in order to prove he's a suspect or there's another suspect out there.
And again, obviously, everything you just heard there, that's from Carlos's perspective. Law enforcement here have still not confirmed who it was they detained last night. They've also not confirmed if they have any suspects. Reporting live in Tucson, Steve Nielsen, Fox 10 News.